All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome to Brew Crew
Morning
episode
Brew Part
17.
2. The Morning Brew Part 2 sounds better. It rhymes. Hello,
Yeah.
folks.
Well, it would be. See, it would be Morning Brew Part 2, but I thought, nah, this time I just want to have it as a Brew Crew thing. Since Morning Brew ended kind of crappy with the ways the mic went, I thought I'd go with the Brew Crew thing. And hopefully people will join. The funny thing was, people were there. People were there talking like it was actually a good a good stream, and all of a sudden the mic just went out. And I'm glad Rosetta didn't have her headset on because even that even got to me. Like, what the fuck is that?
Huh? Rosetta would have had her headset on.
Rosetta would have had her headset on, she would have been screaming, understandably.
Would have been a little bit more funny, sorry to say that.
Oh, it's not nice to say in a live stream there, Bar. That's a backstage comment, not a live stream comment. Oh, oh. Funny, true, but yeah. And for anyone watching, please go ahead and feel free to join. Uh, you're more than welcome. Feel free to tweet this out, send it out on any social media. And yes, Frog G, I am back. My audio went kaput. I had to restart the computer and all. So, yeah. I thought for a little bit about naming it Morning Brew Part 2, but I thought, nah, I got enough of those in the, got enough morning brews in the, whatever you call it, folder. And thought I'd switch it up, go to Brew Crew so I could actually have a random stream that wasn't in the afternoon. Well, for me. And so therefore, I'm going to go ahead and by the way, how are you doing, Frog G? Always good to see you in the chat. Hopefully, some more people will be joining us because there was actually a good chat going earlier. And so oh damn it. Well, since there's no chat going on right now, Frog G, what about a link that I could show? Anything good that like you mentioned something at Ins today? Do they have a video that goes with it? Okay. Let's go ahead, go to this link in your tab. Ah, there it is. Go to StreamYard, share screen, tab, share audios. Ooh, the share audio tab was automatically checked. Wow. Okay, share that out. And here we go. We're going to get to that right now.
War is a topic of vital importance, a subject of inquiry that cannot be ignored. It is a matter of life and death. It can be a road to safety or to ruin.
In an alternate version of our world, brought to the brink of total collapse, rival nations fight for global domination.
Wow.
And elite pilots in futuristic combat suits wage war on the battlefield of tomorrow. Now, 6 brave soldiers on a seemingly routine rescue mission will encounter more than they bargained for and uncover a dangerous secret that could change their world if they live long enough to see it. Mavericks
Wow.
Origins, Volume 1.
Now on Indiegogo.
Now, I must say that looks amazing. I'm quite impressed. This is,
Sorry.
yes, this
Well-
is Mavericks with the promo video. Oh, no. The video is not pretty good. The video is damn good. Damn good.
Yep. Makes me want to watch the movie.
I want that comic book. I
Yeah,
can't
I'm-
afford it, but I want it.
I'm not really a comic book guy.
And good morning, Dr. Scotty.
Hello again.
Hello. And good morning, Dr. Scotty. I was intrigued as well. And good morning, Super Blubberpuss. Sorry about the ending of the last stream. My audio just went.
And you should have heard them. It was a great, unbelievable. It happened backstage.
I heard it and it was painful. And it's a good thing Rosetta didn't have her headset on.
Yeah. I was trying to induce my migraines without a headset. Like, wow, that was a very epic crash.
And then all of a sudden I couldn't get back in. It's like, what the fuck? I could be in the backstage, but I couldn't actually get onto the stream. And yes, Frosty puts in the book Adventures in Eagles and the Indiegogo Project video.
Frog, you're awesome.
And I probably ought to do something because I didn't actually do what I said I would do. YouTube Studio. As I said, I was making it subscribers only, so I better make it subscribers only. Ooh, wow. Okay, my day has just gotten better. I've gone from 444 to 447
Yay!
subscribers. Trust me, I've been struggling to get past 446 for 3 months now. Go up and down and
I
up
know the
and down.
feeling.
I mean, I'm not delusional. I don't think I'm gonna ever get to 1,000. So, I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I want to get to this month number." No, 450 would be nice. I'd be quite happy with it. Quite happy. All right, now I have enabled subscribers only. So anyone who wants to participate in chat, if you're not currently a subscriber, please subscribe. You'll be able to participate in chat in approximately 1 minute. And of course, I know it has on there that I turned on subscribers only mode, blah, blah, blah. But since it's advertised as subscribers only, I thought I should actually do it. I hope Bird is sleeping well, because when the stream ended before, that noise that was ear piercing didn't even wake him.
I mean, Bird was falling asleep hard if he wasn't even waking up at jokes about being topless.
Well, he's always topless, but as far as you being topless, yeah.
Laura said that I was, and he didn't wake up. I knew something was off.
So what's going on, Simple Zach? I like the fact that you picked a name and are sticking with it. Good morning again, Super Blubberpuss. I hope everything's going well with everyone this morning. Yeah, Bird was just tired. He woke up early, and so he needs extra sleep. Other than that, I hope that's everything. I can always send a message to Mama Prey on Facebook. I have her on the friends list. So, yeah, he was just extra tired. He woke up early, and hopefully he'll be getting some sleep. I know he's going to be having a stream later, probably 4 p.m. Eastern, which is his usual time on Mondays. So Monday is Bed Life, where, of course, they'll have Ear Bop. And if you would like, you can put, let's see here, exclamation point Dear Bob, and you'll get something that'll pop up in the chat. Putting the bot to use for something. Good morning again, Jedi Bill. Yeah, it's nice to be back. I wish I could have brought a few people extra over from the other stream. It was nice to actually have people in there and talking, and then all of a sudden it's just like, okay, I got to end the stream somehow. And let's see here, it is 9:45, so it is approximately let's see here, hour and 15 minutes until you go live. And Bird of Prey 5 has both the Bird of Prey 5 and the Bird of Prey 5X channel. do like the there we go. And of course, the command's not working for me because I don't know what's going on. Yes, join Burn or Pray 5, and it gives the burnoprey5.com website. Actually, here, Pop. And it should be coming up any moment now because it takes a while going through StreamYard. Yes, to write a Dear Bop, go to, and it gives a direct link to the Dear Bop forum. So go on over there, write your Dear Bop letter or 5 today. Just leave my name out of it. That's all I ask. So what's going on, everyone? I hope everyone's having a good morning. Actually, it's kind of nice having a different show going on instead of Morning Brew. Because at least with these, I actually have episode numbers. When I started out the Morning Brew, I never thought it would last, so I never bothered to keep track of it. Now it's in the hundreds, and I'm going, I'm not going back and renumbering these things. Fuck that.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't do that either. That'd take too long. That's too much editing, buddy.
Well, that's just the title.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Hey, Mar. Hey, Rosetta.
Yeah.
So my wife is. I went up and I had to take her something. She just needed something at her work and everything. And so I'm not feeling the greatest. She's not feeling the greatest. She's like scared shitless now that if she goes to the doctor, they're going to say COVID. I'm like, then they say COVID, and it is what it is.
I wouldn't be scared. It's just.
Well, that's what I told my wife.
What it is.
Don't be scared. I mean, it's either it is or it isn't. Like,
just make sure they actually test, not automatically assume it. Because I've known people whose doctors told them up and down that that's what they had, and they didn't
never
have
tested
symptoms, and they went and got the antibodies tested later, and they'd never had it.
Yep.
Well, when I've been tested, I believe, twice when I went to an urgent care over the last 6 months for COVID and flu. They tested me for both, which, of course, and if anybody knows, is very annoying because they have to shove a fucking thing up your goddamn nose.
Yep.
Trust me, nobody fucking likes having that goddamn thing shoved up your. What was that, Rosetta? Sorry.
They do actually have saliva tests now, including ones you can get at home and do yourself without a lab.
Oh,
cool.
I'd rather than take my saliva than go up my nostril, but that's how it's
a very new development. They haven't had them long, but they do work. They are accepted, and that's how me and my husband dealt with it this last time.
Oh, really? Oh, super blubberpress. The test has a low accuracy. What do you mean it has a low accuracy rate? Which one? The nasal or the saliva, Rosetta?
Saliva.
Actually, the saliva test.
No, I find that very
accuracy according both to FDA and CDC.
Now, the original saliva test did have a low accuracy rating. I don't know about currently.
The new one does not.
The
old one was just shit, but it was still under development.
Exactly, that's the thing. They were probably trying to figure out the
available currently have around 95% accuracy, nostril or saliva.
Well, if I had the choice, if that's the case, yeah, I'd have gone for the saliva versus getting the, Q-tip, for lack of a better term, the Q-tip shoved up my nose. But
Jedi,
NB Geeks, we
how am I
know.
making fun of anyone?
NB Geeks, we know you grew up on men. You more like it in the butt.
No,
Jedi Bill, look at this stream.
what does he mean? You're making fun of something?
I said because I'm not numbering the morning brew because I lost track of numbers, but I am able to number the Brew Crew because I keep
Oh,
track of
okay.
that.
Okay.
I think that's all depends on the
Rosetta,
person.
you got
Some
any?
people can focus and remember numbers, and some people can't. I go through and add numbers later sometimes, or change them later on some of my streams, just because I have trouble keeping track of it.
I
I had to explain to people that because I was looking at name tags for 20 years, it kind of affected the fact that I had a hard time remembering people's names because I was so used to, through my time in the military, seeing the name on the tag. So I never really had to ever ask a person's name. And honestly, I didn't realize it, but it was actually affecting me remembering names because I wasn't even thinking about it. It's just crazy how little things like that happen. It was like I can't remember a name. I was like, why can't I remember the name? And then I finally started figuring out, hey, I'm used to seeing their names on either a patch on their uniform or their if they're a civilian or GS, if they're a GS worker or contractor, they have their contract card up there that they have to wear on them. So I
yeah.
most of the time just knew people by their name by reading their name. So for so long, I was so used to not asking people their names. I realized that crazy enough, I realized some years ago, and I still do this, and I hate the fact that I do it. I would have an entire conversation with someone, have a good time, walk away, and realize I never once asked what the hell their name was that I was talking to.
Yep.
It just
Oh, no
it
problem,
wasn't.
Bill.
Yeah, it was just something that just unfortunately for me at the time, and even still now, I'm trying to do better with it. Being 2 years out of the military, asking people's names when I you know, but I never used to introduce myself as who I am. I just would
Right.
strike up a conversation with someone, and we just talk back and forth. They have a conversation, then we leave. And I was so used to always seeing the person's name, maybe last name, first name, whatever. So I for a long time, and I'm still trying to get myself out of this, not remembering to ask somebody their name. When I'm talking to them, I got so used to that for so long. Uh, Jedi Bill, your Rock Talk Show. Okay, I'll check it out. Absolutely, check it out, buddy.
And go ahead and put in your channel link in, Jedi Bill, just in case anybody who's watching is not subscribed.
And if you're not subscribed, go over to Jedi Bills and subscribe to him. Great guy, great content, always. Oh, by the way, Jedi Bill, tell Nina we said hi.
Absolutely. How is Nina? I haven't seen or heard from her in ages.
I got a Facebook thing from her. I think it was when I put up a picture of Gizmo. I think that was the last one I think that was the last time I talked. Last time I talked to her. Yeah, I haven't heard much from her lately. Then again, turnabout's fair play. Turnabout's fair play. I mean, I haven't exactly.
I haven't either. I know.
I'll say
I'm guilty of that. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm guilty of it too. Hey, Rosetta.
Hello.
So, how are the pictures going today?
So far, just a few little ones. I was doing the drive. I'm trying to get down to the zoo, but it's taking longer because I've been avoiding the highway as much as possible.
What's going on the highway?
My blood pressure, if I deal with those idiots.
Fair enough. I take 2 blood pressure medications. Trust me, I know.
No, I just mean I can't. My anxieties go off. So even though I have to for a little bit here, fuck.
Now,
Which is why I'm here, so I can talk to people, so I don't just want to strangle idiots.
Absolutely.
now I remember when you were talking earlier. You said, I'm assuming you said that is it the Des Moines Zoo or Iowa Zoo? You were talking about something you wanted to capture on film, the hatching of a certain type of bird, I believe.
Park in Des Moines, where sometime in the next about week to week and a half here, the black swans are supposed to have their cygnets hatching.
Okay, black swans. Okay, I couldn't remember what you said. Are you gonna do? Are you trying to get like pictures, or are you gonna go for like maybe video?
Oh, I'm gonna be taking pictures down there.
Okay.
It's always.
Now, I've seen a lot of your pictures, so it seems like you have a very high quality camera.
Simple cameras, actually. That's all it is.
You have simple cameras and you're taking those kick-ass pictures. Man, if you just had a tripod and a fucking high-end camera, you'd be making postcards, I think. And I don't mean that as a insult. I mean that as a compliment.
Oh, I know. It's kind of interesting, and it deals with the crazy shit I dealt with for a long time. I wanted to do photography most of my life. I didn't deal with it because I didn't want to deal with my sister, who had a conniption fit at the idea of me doing photography because she was. I don't kid on that, but.
And I didn't catch this. Kat, did Rosetta put her merch store link in last time? I didn't see it before I left to go get my wife some stuff. So
Frog G has it, or it's pinned on the Twitter. I can't link, because
let me check. Yeah, let me check you on Twitter then, real quick. Yeah, there you are, Eagle Rider. There we go. Here.
Yay!
Okay, Frog G, you beat me to it. I was about to actually link in myself, but you beat me to it. Thank you, Frog G. Frog G is always on top of that shit, Cap.
Oh, yeah.
He is. I have seen people middle of the night while he's on panel talking with us, and someone will mention some obscure link to something he hasn't even seen before, and he'll find it so fast and have it in the chat for people to look it up.
Yeah, I noticed that about Frog G.
With an old campaign or something, and he'll find it and have the link out for people to figure out what we're talking about. It's like, holy shit.
No, I agree with you, and I think Cap would agree too. It's like he is just he's got those links, like he's just he pulls them over like, oh, we'll look it up, and then he pops it in there, and we're like, fuck, he finds it so fast. He has all this shit. It's always impressive, and by the way, we thank you for that. Absolutely, I'm fairly confident. Cap and Rosetta and everybody, thank you for always being on top of that.
It's nice.
Absolutely.
Other than that, I've been not able to stream as often as I used to, but I've also been streaming a lot more with Makani over on his channel in the last couple of months. It's always fun because it's always him and a bunch of others, and we're all drawing. And sometimes if we're doing like the Thursday or certain streams, we're all like trying to draw the same character our way and stuff. So it's fun.
Well, America, fuck yeah, 01. Okay, Goodmod has a notepad or Word doc with all links available. You're right. You're absolutely right.
And that helps with most of it. But the fact that we can mention something nobody should know about, or I can mention an obscure song that was released 2 decades ago, and he'll find the video of it for somebody so they can see what I'm talking about. That's the stuff that just, it's freaking badass.
And good morning, LDG.
Good morning. Yeah, it's really great to have somebody to put all your links in for you, especially when the host forgets to pin the damn link to get into the StreamYards.
Shut up, asshole.
Oh, and by the way, when your stream shuts down because you have some audio fuck up and you restart one, the exact same stream, changing the name doesn't make it a new show.
It's not, it's a different stream.
Hey, Rosetta, I know you're driving, but I know you're also
StreamYard link, different show.
Good morning.
Good morning, LDG. So my daughter my youngest went to
Hey, LDG.
Gen Con, GamerCon yesterday.
Good to have you.
With her friend and her parents who are gamers. And my daughter, I like you to.
How are you doing?
If you can, I've got the 2 fan arts my daughter bought, and I think they're absolutely fucking gorgeous. What do you think?
A little pale this morning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And then the other one she got is, and I asked her if I could show this off. This one, let me take this out of the double plastic here, but this one, I gotta be honest, I really like. It's fucking gorgeous, I think.
That one, yeah, it's very.
Breathe.
Maybe Rosetta needs one like that.
Sure.
Yeah, my daughter referred to them as
A shirt
fan
like
art.
that.
Yeah. I thought the artwork, my daughter picked those up, and I'm like, yeah, they got a taste for the pirate's life. I see. Yeah, Frog G. Yeah, when my daughter showed me this, I was like, these are fucking beautiful. And then second thing I thought was Rosetta might like these as an artist, maybe even Michael T, because they're artists. And I started thinking about you guys. So you've poisoned my mind. Cat, get me the fuck off this full screen now.
Thank you.
Thank you. I was just trying to show the good stuff off, not my ugly mug.
Wow.
Hey, LDG, how you doing, buddy?
It's admitting it's testing.
Yeah, well, Rosetta, hey, I have a question for you, and LDG and Mar, since they weren't here when I said this last time. I'm going to try to go to the Comic-Con in Indianapolis around October 15th. That's right after my birthday. And I actually think I'm going to pay to get a photo op with William Shatner. So I had I talked with Kappa. If you can get to ask William Shatner one question, what do you guys think you'd ask him?
You have $1 million?
I don't know, because honestly, the stuff I would dip into is the charity work he does. I find that far more fascinating than everything else.
Yeah, he's very involved in charity, isn't he?
Because there's not many people, you know, hitting the age of 90 still go out there physically doing charity stuff like he does.
Yeah, if you want to get unbanned from Twitter, all that money goes to charity.
Hey, I don't think that's a bad way. I don't think that's a bad way to promote a charity.
Yeah, that is how he does it. If he gets into a fight with people or he blocks them or stuff like that, I'll unblock him if you guys donate this much to this charity.
And
Didn't he do that to Doomcock last year?
Yep.
Or
He did that to
Gamers,
Doomcock.
Jeremy?
Several
I don't
people,
remember
yeah.
which one.
You banned Elihu, for God's sakes.
I
It's
can't blame
a
him.
little devious. It's a little underhanded, but hell, if it works, then at least he's doing it for charity. You know? And he's not asking people, you know, give this money to me. He's sending them a charity link and saying, show me the link where you donated.
So
But I do find that
Rosetta,
fascinating.
Rosetta, it's September. I've asked about this after I saw all those beautiful bald eagle pictures. Are we gonna get it? Am I going to be able to buy a 2022 calendar with all those beautiful pictures?
That came through really quiet.
Let me check his settings. Somebody may have.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's always kind of nice when MB's quiet, but
Where to check.
well, I have been trolling Fat Stevens gamer streams for the last week and a half about how glad I am that Gentry comes through quietly, and telling Fat Steven I'll pay him if he friendly fires Gentry out of the game every time.
Yeah.
I miss Fat Steven Skull. I haven't talked to him. I haven't talked to her to him in
They're doing
forever.
almost constant all-day game streams between him and Gentry and Jane Theory and a few others, and Machini's on and off of those and stuff, and yeah.
No, what I said, Rosetta, was so it's September. Are you am I going to be able to get the Bald Eagle calendar that I've been trying to talk to you about for 2022 with those beautiful photos you did some time ago? Because I don't know if you remember, I told you that all those photos you did, I was like, you need to make a calendar out of this.
I'm actually right now looking into places that I can do some calendars and other stuff for the end of the year. I'm being very picky with companies, so.
Yeah. If I were
Understandable.
you, I would go with an 18-month calendar. That way you have a little bit of time. You can start it in, let's say, June. That way you've got time until it comes out.
Yeah, I was thinking the ones that start at January and then go a few months after for the overlap period.
Right.
And that gives me a couple months to really get it in order and start shipping them.
Cap, you've seen her black and white bald eagle photo she's taken. I
Yes,
think, right?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me they're not absolutely fucking beautiful.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, I recognize talent where talent is. You are a fantastic artist, and you take very, very beautiful pictures. And yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I think with your bald eagle pictures you did, I think a calendar would be beautiful for that. Now, yeah, obviously,
And
business stuff.
LDG.
Yo.
LDG.
What?
I had 18 concurrent viewers at one point on my other stream. That is one of the highest numbers I've had. So I was a little pissed when it ended suddenly.
Why didn't you just reboot your computer and reconnect? Why'd you stop the stream?
Because I didn't think of that.
Seems like the
I'm going to
default
say
call.
this: we need to get out in the ether. Cap is 3 away from 450. I want to see Cap at 450.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, people. This is the fast lane. Go more than 15 under.
Oh,
Fucking
Jesus
hell.
Christ.
Fucking move your asses.
You know, Rosetta talks like I do when I'm driving.
You know what's funny about you saying that is that when Kennel was doing his streams while he was traveling last month here, he started ranting at traffic. I was there going, oh my God, he sounds like I do.
No, I get so tired of it. It's like, okay, if I'm on an interstate that says 55, everybody's going 70. Fine, I go 70. If everybody in the right lane is going, or sorry, the left lane is going 80, I tend to go over into the right lane, the middle lane, or the third lane if it's available. But I hate these one lane roads where these people are going 15 fucking miles an hour under the speed limit.
Or you're on an interstate that's 2 lanes and they're both going like 10, 15 under because they have no fucking brains.
You know,
Yes.
I understand.
Even
I
though I'm
understand.
side by side
Let-
going, my boobs on my ass.
Okay, let
I-
me put it to you this
Rosetta,
way.
I
There are
can-
2 times I can think of when going under the speed limit is appropriate. Number 1, weather related.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
if there's a
number
blizzard, go
2.
whatever fucking speed. If there's a rainstorm, go whatever speed. Slow down for weather. That's one thing.
Yes. Number
and put
2.
Your, and put your emergency lights on so they. And put
Okay,
your
see,
emergency
that was
lights on because of the heavy rain. If it's heavy rain cloud, put your emergency lights on so they're flashing. So if somebody's coming up, they can see that.
now the other reason would be if you have equipment problems, like you need to get off at the next exit or something, or you have to go under the speed limit. Again, put your fucking flashers on. It lets people know you can't go faster than you are. Then when people can pass, they will.
Oh,
But
super
also, if
beloved.
you
No,
know,
I'll tell you the one.
if you know you're going to have to go a distance and you can't go above a slower speed, take a fucking back road that's a slower speed.
Trust me,
No,
I've gone
Rosetta,
urban
I had
times
a
there
time.
was no back road. There was no back
I
road.
literally, I had this one time, Rosetta, that this guy was, I'm in the middle lane. There's 3 fucking lanes. I'm in the middle lane. He is literally jumps on my ass, moves to the right lane, flips me off, beeps at me, and then gets on the exit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you had 2 other fucking lanes to go into. I'm in the middle goddamn lane. I wasn't in the fast lane. You had to get all the way to the right lane to take that fucking exit. Why did you go from the middle lane, trying to get the fucking right lane, honk my ass, and then go to the left? Or go all the way to the right?
You can be on in the city part where there's 4 to 5 lanes each direction. You could be the only car on the road except for the idiot behind you, and they will try to ride your ass to make you go faster so they don't have to change lanes.
Now, Rosetta, I'm going to ask you this, and do you ever, just for fun, because I do this sometimes, because I drive a truck, do you ever just tap the brake just a hair? Because I'm going to be fucking honest. When I have somebody ride my ass in my truck, I will do like my stepfather used to do in his big ass van.
I will tell you, I live with a bumper sticker on the back of my car. I've got a bumper sticker right behind the driver that says, the closer you get, the slower I drive.
Amen to that.
Yep.
And I live it, and then they get pissed. It's like, well, back the fuck off. Are you slow? Are you hard of learning? It's not difficult.
I had to, Rosetta, I had to talk to my daughter. She's 21. She just, she's 20. She won't be 21 till November. She is very new to driving. And I explained to her, I said, honey, when she was following me very close. I said, honey, if I can't see your front headlights, you are too damn close to my vehicle.
Yeah. 3 to 5 seconds. You are supposed to be 3 to 5 seconds behind the car in front of you.
Yeah, you would never survive one day in traffic here in Germany.
I will survive in traffic that's horrible. I just fucking hate people, and I will tell them off. I've dealt with
you run into the problem where if you're going 80 miles an hour in the left lane and somebody's coming 90, it doesn't take much for you to just get over. Now, we have to remember we have a shit ton of, and I know we've all gone through this. You're like trying to speed up, and all of a sudden the semi comes over and he's passing another vehicle. But then you have these assholes who don't use signals, drive around you, and the worst part is those ones who go for those gaps that are like this fucking big just to save themselves a few minutes. I'm like, when I see people do that shit, I'm like, are you trying to get people killed?
Yeah, they are. They're psychotic. That's the truth. And the thing is, it's not even needed. Look, if it's a place you haven't been and you're not on a straight interstate, slow the fuck down and find out how traffic drives. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
Nah,
I'm
Super
not there for
Blubberpuss,
these psycho dumbasses. There's a reason there's so many accidents in the Black Hills, and it's not because the roads aren't safe. It's because these fuckers show up on a highway in the fucking mountains that says 55, and they go, hey, I'm going to go 80, and I don't know the road.
Actually, I think Super Blubber, yeah, that one right there, Cap, Super Blubberpuss puts that perfect. I will leave enough gap for my safety, and then some asshole will just cut in front of me, and then I have to back down so I can get a further distance to keep my safety. And then guess what? They still aren't getting anywhere any faster.
These people that will weave through like 20 cars trying to hit every single one of them to get one car length and distance ahead. It's like, what the fuck have you accomplished? You might gain 3 seconds for trying to kill a couple dozen people.
I had one time, Rosetta, I'll never forget it. We were talking about it, I-95 from South Carolina, North Carolina, down to fucking Florida. I hated I-95 with a passion because for the most part, up until I got to Georgia, if I was in North Carolina, South Carolina, up until I got to Georgia, it's a 2 fucking lane interstate. And here's the fucking crazy thing. Right around 30 miles to the fucking border of Georgia, where it expands to 3 lanes and then 4 lanes, all of a sudden traffic backs up.
Well, if she ever needs a new name, she can always go with Angry Eagle.
I tell people I hate traffic. I have crowd issues. I have driven the highways in Vegas, Seattle, Indianapolis, Denver, Dallas.
Hey, Cap. I got somebody. I'll be right back. I gotta go.
Okay, no problem.
You played on 465? That's in Indianapolis, the 465 one. Every time I have to go, I'm like, I'm fine when I'm on 70, but the moment I get on 465, my anxiety goes through the fucking roof because everybody drives like it's the Indy 500 over there. And no, I'm not talking hyperbole. I'm dead serious.
You remember what Larry the Cable Guy said about that, right? The behaviors on the highway? That everybody will be going 20, 30 over, trying to kill each other. Cop comes on, and everyone falls to about 10 below the speed limit, and they're all giving each other space and really careful. And cop gets off, and hey, we're back to green flag racing right there on the damn interstate.
Yes, that is the fucking truth. The moment it's like, oh, all right, folks, announcement here. We got a caution flag here. We got a cop up here. Everybody's going down. Oh, cop is taking off exit 15 at 465. Green, go, 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 go. It's the fucking truth. I can't imagine what it'd be like on the Autobahn. I've never been on the Autobahn, even though I lived in Germany when I was a child, and we never went on the Autobahn.
Yeah, the way you said you drive, it's sure you was never on the Autobahn because you would be dead by now.
What's the average speed on the? Well, what's the average speed on the Autobahn in kilometers? Just for example.
In kilometers, 180 plus.
If I'm not mistaken, 120 is about 60, so 90.
I'll just put this this way. I've driven almost every kind of condition imaginable, from high traffic, major cities, to mountain passes, blizzards, middle of tornadoes and storms. I have a perfect fucking driving record. And I have never been. Nope. And I have dodged accidents where people hit each other next to me and not gotten touched.
Rosetta, one time when I was going down 95, there was an object in the middle of the road, and it must have just coming off an 18-wheeler very recently, because all of a sudden, everybody's swerving around it. I get around it. The poor guy behind me, unfortunately, did not brake properly, ended up in the grass, and ended up in the guardrail.
Yeah. I have been.
And you know why he ended up in the fucking guardrail? Because he was too goddamn close to me.
I don't. I can tell you honestly, I've been in traffic and the cars ahead of me are also driving psycho. The cars behind me won't get off my ass. That little bit of berth I gave and my paying attention, the cars next to me hit a car that's in front of them. They hit the car in front of me. And this accident ended with 4 cars all hitting each other, including the one behind me, and I was untouched. Because of how I managed to twist the car. I was pinned because all the cars around me had been hit, but I was untouched.
You know, Rosetta, back in California, my wife, and I don't remember why exactly, she took my truck versus her car. She had a car at the time. I don't remember why, but she took my truck and she went up to go. She was stopped at a red light with a car in front of her. The car behind her did not see the red light, slammed into my truck so fucking hard it made my truck hit the car in front of her. I mean, we're talking like, 5-10 feet of distance that rammed right into it. And considering the damage I saw on my truck, I was like, thank God you took the truck and not the car.
I can say the one that freaked me the most was literally when the guy ran the stop light as we were crossing. I was in a multi-lane. We were crossing. The car next to me that he ran the light and hit. And I managed to avoid not being hit, but the lane in front of me was completely obliterated by those cars and they were twisted into it. And I'm sitting there going, fuck you.
No, Rosette, hey, I got an interesting one. When I lived in California, I lived in this town called Lincoln. And I was on my way to work, and I was just about to get on the highway. And there's my car, and there's this big-ass lifted truck. And then there's this little car on the right side. And I noticed the car on the right side is going to turn right, and the truck has his turn signal until I'm like, you're in the wrong lane. You're going to have to, wait till this car goes. The light turns green. I shit you not, Rosetta. The guy in the truck turned to the right, and his back wheel rolled right over the top of the car's hood. And I was just like, well, do I stay and report this with the cops, or do I go to work? I'm in the military. I'm going to work. But I couldn't believe it. I mean, he just literally drove right over the fucking top and then kept going.
I mean, I have the one where, okay, we're going. Traffic starts. We all start moving. All of a sudden, this guy comes flying up from nowhere, just completely ran the stoplight. I managed to brake in time. The skirt's about that far in front of my car and hits the vehicle next to me that didn't manage to stop and flipped them several times. He hit them so hard.
I wouldn't allow American cars on the Autobahn either.
I would have a feeling that chances are the governors would get in place, because even though they have speed limits on car, even though they have, your car can go this fast, there are those things called governors on certain vehicles that keep you from going any faster.
Yeah, there is only one rule on the German Autobahn. brakes are for those who really have an emergency.
Like maybe you need gas.
Because I can handle fast. It's just the psycho trying to intentionally ram other cars or shove them or cutting into people that bothers me. And
Yep.
I can still dodge it, but it fucking pisses me off. And it causes me anxiety.
Rosetta, the way you talk sometimes, Rosetta, like it's
fucking honest. Go ahead.
No, Rosetta, like I said, the way you're talking when you're driving and listening to this shit, I'm like, you sound like me when I'm on, and I'm like, I'm like, are you trying to get me killed and my family killed, you son of a bitch? Because you got to go take a piss that bad? I've heard most American cars. I don't think I'd. You know, Mar, here's a question for you. What is considered the popular types of cars or trucks or whatever in Germany? What is considered popular there?
I'm not quite sure what you mean.
So for here, you'll hear Dodge, Chevrolet, Toyota, that kind of thing. What type of, maybe I should have what type of manufacturer, I should have said that, it's not model, manufacturer is popular.
Wir sind die Jungs von der Opel Gang, wir haben alle abgehängt, yo. Wir sind die Jungs von der Opel Gang, yo. Wir haben alle abgehängt.
Mercedes, yes.
Oh, motherfucker.
Mercedes. Okay, after that we'll do schoolwork.
I would say it's mostly Opel, Ford.
Are you fucking shitting me?
What now?
Mercedes and BMW is more for
Seriously?
well, I hate to say it that way, but yeah, it's mostly for the Turkish people
Mm-hmm.
and pimps.
Shit.
Is the whole thing about a vehicle a big thing in Germany, for example? Like most guys, when, not so much now, but it used to be when I think Captain and Rosetta and I grew up in America, the whole thing was the idea of getting your driver's license was like, I've got some freedom. And it was like the big deal at 16 to get that driver's license. Was that something similar for you guys in Germany? I know that, if I'm not mistaken, it's 21 for a driver's license, but you can get a moped at a certain age.
Slight correction. I grew up in South Dakota. Driver's license is 14 there.
Yeah, well, you can make the moped license at 16 and the car license at 18.
Oh, okay.
I'm not kidding. You can get a driver's license at 14 in my home state.
What was your home state again, Rosetta? Sorry, I missed it. South Dakota. Okay. Really? I'm kind of bummed out that I have to wait another year for my...
The 14 and 15-year-olds have a better driving record than the 16 to 18-year-olds.
I'm kind of it kind of sucks. I have to wait till my son next year turns 15, then we can talk about getting him a permit. The great thing is, because I live in the sticks of Indiana, I'm going to be able to take him out and teach him how to drive on the open roads and stuff without, too much worry. And I have highways and interstates, so I'll be teaching him how to do that. Oh, God, help me next year, guys.
Well, we'll plan for NB's funeral now.
You don't have faith in me or my son?
I remember...
In your son? Yes.
Back.
In
I'll have
you?
to find the link for it. They did a
No.
psychological study on why the driving record was worse for the middle teenage gap than the younger there. But it literally had to do with certain behaviors that are common in kids at certain parts of puberty.
Oh, really?
Driving actually gets worse at about 16, 17 than 14 and 15. Because they start hitting a more arrogant and aggressive part of puberty.
Okay, that, I can say that. I can see how that would be correct. I could definitely see some science in it. Hey, Gizmo! Hey, Gizmo!
And it wasn't a small percent difference. It is, the 14 and 15-year-olds have a really good driving rate. The 16 to 18-year-olds have a really bad driving rate. It's like really crazy.
Have you met Gizmo yet, Rosetta?
Yeah.
You got hiccup.
I'm sorry, you have to live with that thing. I mean,
I know. I am sorry you have to live with that thing too, Gizmo.
you gotta realize in South Dakota you have the farm side of the state and the mountain side of the state. Both sides have kids doing a lot of stuff that are very adult things like hunting, trapping, farming, and stuff very young anyways.
Yes, Gizmo,
The
you can
kids that
show
are
much
driving
do
in
not
that
go after
state
my
are
pants.
not your normal children. They're children who've been acting more like adults since they were 9, 10 years old, you know?
Super Blubberpuss, Gizmo is about 3 months old this week. When I got him, he was 11 weeks old, and that was last week. So yeah, he's 12 weeks old now, and he's 20 pounds.
You know how it is with a BMV.
And he's
some people like to drive it, but it's mostly really Opel that people drive these days.
Right.
Or
okay. Audi, really? And that's interesting because when they say like Audi and Mercedes and stuff, maybe it's different in European countries, but most of us would consider those the high-end vehicles.
A Mercedes and BMW, that's more like
the high end. Those are the ones you sell to rich suckers, because those are the ones.
That's more if you want to show off. And I've had a BMW too.
Strangely enough, I think I could actually name every vehicle I've ever had.
Me too.
Which is interesting because I've had less vehicles than I've had girlfriends in my life. And I didn't have that many girlfriends to begin with.
Understandable. I mean,
had a lot of girls on the side and a few mistresses, but very few girlfriends. Yeah, I was a shitty person back in that day.
So many smart ass comments, so little time.
It's so funny when I take Gizmo and Luke and Jade out. They go out to the field, and Gizmo, I guess, decides he wants to roll around in the grass, and the grass is wet, so he comes in and he smells like a wet dog. And he's all wet, and he's so cute.
Imagine a wet dog smells like a wet dog.
I know.
Envy
Who would have thought that, Rosetta?
He's got such a grasp of the obvious.
I'm trying to explain to my kids why he's actually I've been trying to explain to my kids that because he's a purebred, I'm not getting him neutered. I'm not saying I'm going to stud him, but I'm not getting him neutered because he is a purebred.
Hey, I bet you he would enjoy being a stud.
Look at this face. Do I look like I'm a stud?
No. I mean,
that's
why the dog would get a life you'd never have. I mean,
Oh, I don't know. Actually, the whole thing is I still haven't fully registered him. He's registered with the AKC, but I haven't gone on and done the full thing. Although we did figure out his full name. My wife came up with a nickname because of his big paws. His nickname is Little Bear, so I said, no, that's going to be his middle name. So Gizmo Little Bear is his middle name. And she's like, well, then he's going to get big and be Big Bear. I was like, nah, he'll still be Little Bear. Always be Little Bear. But yeah, when Madam Gee came up with that name, I thought it was so freaking adorable. Although I tried to have him on the bed with us and the other two puppies, and he decided, oh, I'm going to pee on the sheet. So that didn't work out so well last night.
So okay, what's going on? I'm sure that Bird is still back asleep.
This way. Fucking interchange.
Let's see here. Well, oh well. Oh God, I hate living here. Yay! Let me see if I can turn on the.
The smells of the city.
Ah, yes.
But I am almost to the zoo.
Cool.
I'm taking the back highways away from as much traffic as I can until I get close, but
Yeah.
I feel like going downtown and dealing with 5 billion lights.
No. Can't blame you there.
I was actually looking at the driving directions from here to Louisville, Kentucky for my concert on Thursday, and I saw the route it wanted to take me, and I'm like, how about I just go down 150 and 41 and then grab interstate and get straight over there versus you taking me through all these fucking towns in the highway and the back roads. It's like, oh, this is faster. I'm like, no, it's not.
Well, technically it is, but it doesn't feel faster.
Well, when I used to go to the dispensary when I first got here, when I'd go into Illinois, I literally took the time to figure it out. I was going through all these fucking back roads. I mean, literally, it said, this is the shortest distance, this is the fastest. I'm like, I'm going down back roads and no lane roads and gravel roads. And I'm like, this is the fastest. And then finally, one time I did the numbers and I realized I have to take 18 separate turns in an hour just to do this. Then I decided to remember that I'm pre-internet, and I pulled out a fucking map, an atlas, and I said, let me check. I started going through the map, and I was like, I bet you if I go this way and do this, it's going to be a whole lot faster.
The thing is, don't follow their directions. Just look at the map and make your own.
Exactly.
I don't follow their directions. I never have.
No, that's why I told my daughter the other day, she's like, the GPS. I said, get an atlas. She, like when she came down here last time, she's like, "Dad, I went through all these back roads and there was something, bro. There was a lane closed." I said, "Why didn't you take in the directions I told you?" Because what I told her would have literally have taken her 2 interstates in 1 highway.
Yeah, I avoid interstates where possible.
Well, this is 270 and 70. They're actually not too bad. Overall, my experience
Mild
being
ones,
from
I
that
don't
area.
like being on them unless I have to. Now, when I go home to visit, when I visit my family, I am driving 900 miles in a day. The back roads are 55 in South Dakota. The interstate is 80. Guess which one I'm taking?
80.
Yeah. But I don't like it. I'm not a fan of being on interstates.
No, neither am I. But like I said, when it comes to, like, for example, the way it tried to get me to go to my daughter's house was like 5 back roads just to get to the interstate of 70. And I'm like, I could have just drove straight down 63 at my house, 25 miles, gotten on 70, drove all the way over to my daughter's, over there, got on 270, and then got on Highway 111 because I know that area. Once I'm on 70, I know where I'm going. And once I get to my hometown, I know exactly where I'm at. And it was just ridiculous that it wanted to take me, go this road, go this, turn here. I'm like, who the fuck put this algorithm together?
Yeah, see, when I take the back road here in the state capital, 2 turns I have to take from the outside of the city on that interstate to get onto this road to the zoo. 2 roads.
Good
2
morning,
turns.
Crimson Mist.
And it avoids all of downtown
Good
traffic.
morning, America's #1 roller coaster enthusiast. Or coaster enthusiast.
And
Me.
it's about a mile further, but it avoids all the lights and all the downtown traffic on the interstate. And it definitely saves a lot of time.
I had a time where when I lived in South Carolina and I was trying to get to the interstate, and for some stupid reason, I listened to my GPS. I don't know why. And it decided the fastest route. It decided that the fastest route to get through Columbia, South Carolina, was to take me to get to the interstate by going through the student, the college area.
Oh, Lord.
And we're talking South Carolina, Columbia, Gamecocks, you have Clemson. This is a big thing down there. And it's college time, and it's just, I was like, I'm never doing this shit again.
There we go. Light. Camera. Action.
Oh my gosh. I love this one. I had a friend GPS location for me. We ended up driving down an old telephone line service road. I look at the directions. You have the settings for hike/walk. We went driving down a hiking trail. Oopsie.
I had I had this happen a couple of months ago. I was in Illinois, and they had one of the roads, and I was taking the old GPS route, and they had a road that had the word blocked off, and they said detour this way. So my GPS is saying, hey, go this way, hang this left. This is what the fucking GPS told me to do. Go left, go left, go here, drive a mile up the road, and you're going to get back on where you need to be. It took me on somebody's fucking farmland. I literally was driving down it was like, there's barely any road, and the gravel is going away, and all of a sudden, I'm in a fucking wide open field, like where you would be when you're driving through, and I've got this guy's crops on both my sides. And I'm like, I'm trying to do a turnaround, and it's raining, and I'm like, please, God, don't let me get stuck. Because I'm like, there's no fucking way. I'm driving through. I'm just like, oh, just go a mile. I'm not driving through a mile of somebody's fucking farmland.
Oh God.
And da da da. The wild chica has arrived.
Huh.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
How much is it to get into the zoo?
Oh, I have a yearly pass.
Oh, cool beans.
Cool.
Good parking.
Yeah. It
So-
sucks on weekends, but during the week it's not that hard.
Did you say
I'm just
sex
thinking
on
it-
weekends, or
What?
did you say sex on weekends, or?
I said it sucks on weekends. Although sex is a good idea, but why wait for the weekend?
And not Ryan Johnson is not a fan of driving. Period.
Super Blubberpuss. I've had that happen before where it said turn right here, and I'm like, it's a one-way road, and it's
Yep.
the opposite way.
I've had that. I was like, I'm not turning there. I'm not turning there.
Well, not Ryan Johnson. I have absolutely no idea. I never had a period, so I don't usually drive while I have one. But if you say so, we probably have to believe you.
I think he's right. Driving when you're having a period is not fun.
Not according to my wife, because I've never had a period because, newsflash, I'm a man.
That is a newsflash. I mean,
You are?
Last time I looked at my pants.
are you sure?
Pretty sure. I fathered 3 kids, so yeah, I'm kind of confident I'm a guy. Now, maybe the science will tell me something different later.
Probably not.
Just let the SJWs run their mouth a little longer. They'll tell you you're sexist for saying that.
Oh, I know that. Why do you think I do it so much?
Oh, and yes, drop the link, Professor. Go ahead, and drop the link to the history with R&R, please.
Anybody talk to Rambling lately? How's he doing with the whole thing?
He's dealing as well as he can. Wanting to get to the States because, even though the healthcare is not an issue there, the healthcare as far as getting surgery, it ain't gonna happen there.
So that's what I was kind of wondering. So he's doing the kidney dialysis there, but he's trying to get here to get the surgery.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
And in order to do that, he's going to have dialysis here while he's here, or at least 3 sessions. So that could be up to $1,000 each. So we're trying to get his GoFundMe up to the 5,000 mark, so he actually has some money to use on things other than dialysis. Right now, he's at about 2,600, I believe, or maybe less. I'm not sure.
Thank you, Frog G. I will hit that up. Thank you, Frog G, for putting that out there.
And
sorry, Cap.
please put in the GoFundMe as well.
Okay, I'm going to head in now, so I have to get this off.
Absolutely.
Rambling's over on Purple Valkyrie's page. Well, cool.
Okay, that's cool for him. Anyhow, since History with R&R is going to be starting up in about 10 minutes, please drop by. The link is in the chat. JJ, if you could drop by backstage. I appreciate it. This backstage, not LDG's. The link is pinned in the chat. And again, I would like to thank everyone who stopped by. I'm sorry about the way the other stream ended before, but thank you again, everyone who's been in the chat and everyone who's been on the panel. Thank you so much, and have a good day.
Arrivederci.